Hi, today's video is something a little different. I'm in the office instead of at the shop. I'm in our shipping and receiving department, and I've got two boxes to unpack this morning. So I guess this is my first unboxing or mail video perhaps. Both of these items, these go together. I've got this box here and I've got this big tube back here to open up, and these were both sent to me by from Raymond in Pennsylvania, and good on you, Raymond, for making the effort to send me these items. And I thought it might be interesting to show you the kinds of things that people send in. And these are not sent in for repair, these are sent in for us, for me to keep. So let's go ahead and get to it. We'll go ahead and cut the box open here. And when I talked to Raymond about this, I gave him suggestions on how to package it to make sure that it showed up in one piece. And we've got a cardboard here, a box says top cover, and of course we've got a lot of peanuts. So I have to try not to make a mess because Cindy's in charge of the office and she doesn't like it when I make a mess, and we don't want to get peanuts all over the floor. So we've got one item here in bubble wrap, and there should be another one down here. And yes, I do know what this is. So another one here. So let's go ahead and gather up the peanuts real quick. Here at the shop we have a program that we refer to as the Be Tidy program. So we'll get that out of the way. The Be Tidy program is everybody cleans up their own mess. We have to stay organized. When you do as many repairs a month as we do, if you're not organized and you don't know what you have and know where it is, then what's the point? You know, you can have all of the best parts in the world, but if you don't know where they are, you can't find them when you need them, it's not going to really do you much good. So let's go ahead and open up the bubble wrap first, and then we'll get to the big cardboard tube. So we'll do this one first. We'll slice it open here. And Raymond did a good job. I think he, for the most part, followed what I said. And we've got more bubble wrap. We'll go ahead and slice this open. And what we have here is a NuTone K model chime base. But not just any NuTone K model chime base. You'll find out about more about that in a second. So there's our chime base. You probably have seen those before in our videos, or in my videos. So let's go ahead and open up this one. This is kind of the money here. And here we have the cover of a K44 Majestic. And this is one of the nicest K model chimes that NuTone ever made. It was always the top of the line chime for its day. It's a plastic cover. It has sort of this fluted scallop design, and then it has these brass inserts that fit into the different sections, and they have little tabs on the back that bend over to hold them in place. And when you install the chime, there's little holes in the cover here, and they fit onto the metal pins on the base here. And this cover, while the K model base is used in a lot of different chimes, only the Majestic model has these rods that come off the sides of the base, and that's what hold the cover on. So when you hang this, you put the cover on the rods, like that, and that's how it installs. it has a light here in the center of the base, so you get this reflective light that washes up the wall and gives you a really nice look. It's also one of the few models that it actually has cutouts in the cover for the tubes to hang through, instead of this whole back half being open. This way it's all covered up and you don't see the mechanism at all if you look up from underneath. So that's a K44 Majestic, and since we know what this is now, you probably have a good idea what's in this. So this is a really long tube. This is about 48 inches long, and it's about 4 or 5 inch diameter. It's really very heavy. It's really heavy cardboard, and if you know much about NuTone long tube chimes, you probably have an idea what's probably in this. And again, Raymond did a really good job with the black duct tape here to make sure it got here in one piece, because like I told him, there's no point in sending it if it shows up broken. So we actually have a piece of cardboard in there, or not cardboard, a piece of plywood stuck in the end, and see if we can figure out how to get that out. I'm sure I'm going to get in trouble for using the scissors to do this. That doesn't want to come out. Let's try this end and see what we get. I have a feeling it's going to be the same. Alright. Get rid of the duct tape. We'll try the scissor thing again. That's not going to do it. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've got my big Craftsman flat screwdriver here, and let's see if we can get the, either we're going to get the wooden end out, or we're going to, or we're going to cut the cardboard. And it looks like cutting the cardboard might be the way to go, because it looks like Raymond used some, it's not actually plywood, it's actually like a piece of 2x4 here, and there we go. Oh, he put screws. No wonder I couldn't get it out. He put screws through the cardboard tube into the plywood in 4 places to hold the end in, so he made his own plug. This is a piece of 2x4, and he cut it sort of, what is it, octagonal to do that. So that's very cool. Big effort there. Foam in the end. Another piece of foam. This is good foam too. It's really dense, like a closed cell foam, so it's not going to fall apart. He did a good job. Let's see what we got inside. And yeah, if you guessed it, you probably guessed right. We've got tubes, and these are the tubes that go with the Majestic. You want to be careful taking the bubble wrap off, because we don't want to scratch them or make cut marks in them. And we'll go ahead and cut the little bubble wrap. And he did them, he wrapped them up pretty much exactly like I recommended. He wrapped each one individually in newspaper to protect them so they didn't bang around against each other. And fortunately for me, he seemed to have wrapped them up in the Sunday Funnies. Which is like a bonus for me, because I read the funny papers every single day. So where is this from? This is from the Tribune Review, June 4th, 2007. So that's a while ago. So I'm guessing Raymond must hold on to his newspapers for a while. I'm going to save that and look through it and see what's different about Pennsylvania newspapers and what we have out here in California. And it's actually kind of interesting. I'll probably end up unrolling a lot of these to see what's going on in Pennsylvania. This again is Sunday, June 4th, 2017. And we've got some articles here. Project to curb mine's impact nearly complete. Lowering acidity of water at Keystone State Park. And here's a guy, looks like he's monitoring some kind of well water quality or something like that. So it's always interesting when you get things from other parts of the country because you can see what's going on. See if I can get these off here without destroying the funny papers. That one's a goner. Just doesn't want to come off. Too much tape, or a lot of tape anyway. But it's admirable the effort he put into sending this. Because we get a lot of boxes in, and talking to people about how to ship things comes up all the time, and you would be surprised how poorly packaged things come in sometimes. So anybody that makes this much of an effort did a good job. There's 3. Uh-oh, I'm not being tidy. I got newspapers all over the floor. So I'll have to clean this up. It's early here in the morning. It's only just before 8 o'clock on Thursday. And I'll have to get this all cleaned up before everyone else shows up. Otherwise I'll get called out on making a mess. Alright, so here's our 4 tubes. We'll put them in the correct order here. Like this. I'm just going to get this out of the way. So there's our 4 tubes, longest to shortest, and if we measure these, you'll see that, oops, this one's upside down. This one is 46, and this one is 39.5, and this one is 37.25, and this one is 35 1/8. So these are original K model chime tubes, and you can tell that because one, they have the strings go through holes in the sides of the tubes instead of out of the top. So the earlier original style NuTone tubes, they have a solid top like this, but they have a hole in the tube and the string comes up through the center and is knotted inside, and then there's a loop. And then the K model chimes have holes through the tubes and it hangs on a cord like this. I don't think these are original cords. These look like something someone has replaced. In fact, this one's got some kind of fraying cord on it. They're all a little bit different. And you can hang it like this. And then, like a lot of these, there's a crack here in the tube, and in this one there's a crack also, and while you would think that ruins the tube, actually it doesn't. If you hang it so the side of the tube where the striker hits it down here like this, if you put the tube on the opposite side, it's not striking it, and you're not really going to affect the crack isn't really going to affect the sound that the tube makes all that much. And so you do what you can. I think they crack here at the top like this one. Can you see that? Like that, because the solid cap at the top expands with heat, and over time it stresses the brass and causes the crack. It's best to leave the crack alone. You should not try to repair this, because I don't think there's any reasonable way to do that. These tubes, like most of these that I see, because of their age, they're discolored. They have a certain amount of, it looks like pitting on it, although this will clean off, so that's a good thing. And this one actually has the label on the end still that says 2, so that's the second tube. That one, the label is missing. That one, the label is missing. And that one still says 4. So that's pretty cool. So these are all in pretty good shape, and they go nicely with the Majestic. So when you install this, you have the cover and the base, and the tube goes up here through the hole and hangs down, and you have to reach in there and get the cord on the hanger and do all of that. So that's the unboxing for today. So I appreciate Raymond's effort in sending this in. It will be a nice addition. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but it will find a home or a place here somewhere for the time being. And oh, the other thing about these tubes, which most people don't realize, is the early K-model chimes, the diameter of the tubes is larger than on later chimes. So these have an outside diameter of about 1 1/8 inches, and later models the outside diameter is a little bit under, it's about 7/8 of an inch. It's a little smaller, and the larger tubes I think look nicer, and they also give you a better sound. And if you very carefully take this is the longest one, if you give it a ding here, they just resonate really, really nicely. It's still vibrating, I can feel it. And now, still vibrating, and now it's stopped. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so I appreciate Raymond's effort in sending this in. I hope you found this interesting. If you did, give it a thumbs up on YouTube and leave me a comment down below, because if you like this sort of video, I can make more of these. I have people that send me stuff all the time. I have had a lot of people ask me, why don't you do unboxing videos? We like unboxing videos. We like to see, you know, people open new products and new things and all like that. And the problem with unboxing videos is most new NuTone stuff, it's really boring and nobody cares. You know, nobody wants to see a guy unbox an exhaust fan. That's not very exciting. And the new Intercom stuff, it's kind of boring, and there isn't that much to talk about it and all of that. So we do get a lot of older stuff in, and if you like that kind of thing, maybe I can do vintage unboxing. Because we do get new old stock items in, and some of them are quite old and things that you probably would have never seen before. For instance, I'm not going to do this in this video. Here's another cardboard tube. So guess what's in that? I'll leave that for you to think about. Anyway, so if you like it, give it a thumbs up on YouTube. Leave me a comment down below if you like this kind of video, because I can make more of these. They're not difficult to make, and you get to see things that you don't normally ever get to see anymore. So that's all for today. See you on the next video.